Just when I thought I could get away, this game keeps sucking me right back in. Hello, this is Princess Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Today we're going over the DLC that dropped literally the day I uploaded the first bonus episode. So, yeah, that happened. But anyway, in this DLC, we've got some new content to go over here, starting with the new Rare Blade, the final Rare Blade in the DLC pack. So if you head on over to the Argentum Trade Guild right near where we started the game, basically, you'll find whatever this Nopon is called. I can't actually... what is it? Sereno Sori? Something like that? Anyway, yeah, have a little chat with Sereno Sori, and eventually you'll get the Divine Core Crystal. So there you go, yeah. But anyway, let's open up this Divine Core Crystal, shall we?
The name's Corvin. Your foes won't stand a chance while I'm around. Hey, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I really am that good. Catch you later.
This is Corvin, a light elemental tank blade with some pretty interesting skills. So his specials, he can restore the HP to the party, he can purge enemy rage status, and he can give you an afterimage to avoid the next 4 attacks. He can also increase damage dealt, and a whole bunch of other stuff that apparently past me thought I could read that fast. Anyway, if you go into the Land of Challenges, we now have a few more things we can take a look at here. We've got a chef that has a whole bunch of pouch items you can buy so you don't have to make a lot of travels. We have an Orderly's Orderly that you can use to exchange Nopon Stones for Flawless Nopon Stones, which are used to get some of the new outfits in the game, most notably the swimsuits. There's a swimsuit for every main character except for Dromark, so go ham. Every single swimsuit for every single character just has terrain defense, essentially. It reduces the damage you take from poison swamps and all that stuff, which you need for a specific challenge battle. But that's about it. I'm not going to go out of my way to grind them all, but there's some pretty interesting and unique and, well, very nice looking swimsuits that you can grind for here. More importantly and more notably, we've got a new challenge battle that we can also do here, if I can scroll all the way to it, called Otherworldly Fighter. Let's take a look at this one.
Enemy is dangerous, enemy. Oh, such excitement.
Incredible. What a stunning view. Is that... Cherry? Yes, it really is. From the country he loved so much. Where did all this data come from? And such a wide open battlefield, too. Very realistic for a simulation. I'm pretty impressed. That Nopon trader really gave me a good deal on this. Prone. I see. So you're my enemies then. Only this many, though? I'll have to tell him to crank up the difficulty next time. Fortune favors the bold. I'll ambush them with some ranged arts. Sliding slinger! That dead to him. I'll move in and keep the rhythm going. Voice. It doesn't match prone data. Is the simulator bugging out? Seems best to clear them out quickly.
Alright, so this is the challenge battle against Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X. She can be pretty tough if you're not entirely sure about what to expect. She's weak to light, in case you're interested in that, but at some point she'll start taking reduced damage and use Ghost Factory, which summons a whole bunch of Ghost Elmas. They're not critical to take out, but if you don't, they will start piling on damage on you, since there's a pretty big group of them, and 4 Elmas is a lot to deal with. But other than that, she shouldn't be too threatening, unless she driver combos you, in which case you're pretty much going to die. But yeah, the fight shouldn't take you all too long. It's really just a matter of wearing her down to about half health, piling on maybe 6 or 7 orbs, and then just completely annihilating her in one shot. The rest of her arts I don't think are too damaging. I mean, there's a couple that can like break you and topple you and smash you, but other than that, she can't really do a whole lot that's that dangerous to you. And all of them are taken pretty much directly from Xenoblade X. Once you complete the challenge battle, you'll get a little bit of a cutscene where the rest of the party gets to have a nice little chat with Elma here. I'm only fast forwarding this because I want this episode to take not a long time, so if you want to see everything, play it for yourself, I guess. But yeah, for completing this challenge battle, you actually get Elma to join your party. She's the third and last cameo character. Well, I guess fourth, fifth if you count Cosmos and Telos, but I'm speaking specifically about Xenoblade. She's a dark elemental attacking blade with a very unique gameplay mechanic. Basically, if you hold R and press the minus button with a full party gauge, charge it up, you can actually use an overdrive, which, from what I understand, is directly from Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's basically an alternative chain attack, where if you, or for lack of a better word, spam arts, you can charge up some damage meters to like increase damage and whatnot. I'm not really explaining it that well because it's a mechanic I'm not entirely familiar with, but that's the general gist of it, and it basically allows you to have a different way of dealing massive amounts of damage at once. Now, during an overdrive, if you manage to fill the party gauge all the way up to the top again, you can actually do an overdrive again to extend the duration. So yeah, that's really nice. I imagine that if you were playing this on normal difficulty, it wouldn't be as easy to pull off as everything I've done so far. I was playing on custom difficulty just to make the recording this easier and faster, so there you go. I was just taking a look at some of her skills here, but before we do that, we have another thing to take a look at. Once you complete that battle, we've got Elma Redux, another challenge mode battle. This is basically the exact same fight, except Elma is level 65, and one of her arts does something a little bit different. You need to complete this in order to bring Elma into All Rest, so yeah, they're not just gonna hand you a Link Ring or whatever for her, you gotta do this first, and, well, this one took me a lot longer. She uses Ghost Factory a lot more often, and this time Ghost Factory will seal your party gauge. Basically, the way this works is, for every Ghost Elma that's out, one of your party gauges will be sealed. So she starts off with 3 Ghost Elmas, that seals off 3 bars of your party gauge. Once you kill the first one, you'll get the first one opened up again like so, and so on and so forth. Again, it's not too difficult so long as you're aware of what's going on, but it's made easier with everything weighted in my favor in custom battle. And even then, it still took me a long time to do this. So for the second Elma fight, it's much more critical that you take on the Ghost Elmas as fast as possible, or else a really unlucky topple or launch or smash could just end the run right there. Other than that, it's basically the same fight, except she attacks more often, she hits harder, and she's a higher level. So there you go.
Now, please to receive.
In addition to the box standard rewards, or chest standard I suppose I should say, after doing this fight, you get gear for Elma, or not gear, but a key item for Elma that lets you take her into All Rest, just like Shulk and Fiora could. The All Rest Link Relay, just to be fancy, I guess. Anyway, I just wanted to show off a little bit of Elma gameplay, since we didn't really show off a whole lot of Shulk in the last bonus episode. If you're fighting a unique monster with Elma in the party, much like with Shulk and Fiora, you get unique battle music. This time it's Unstoppable from Xenoblade X. Now I just wanted to demonstrate here how Overdrive works. You see there how we have a damage multiplier, a recharge multiplier, and a resistance multiplier, or well, subtractor. That's basically every time you hit the enemy with specials or arts, it racks up those counters and makes everything you do just deal more damage. As far as I know, this is either lifted from or similar to the overdrive mechanic in Xenoblade X. And again, I'm not very familiar with that mechanic because I did not play much of that game at all. So I imagine it's the same thing? Question mark? I honestly have no idea. And then before anyone asks, no, I'm not going to play Xenoblade X on the channel. I don't care enough for that game. But yeah, so Overdrive is a nice alternative way to chain attack. I don't think I mentioned this, but while Overdrive is active, you actually can't use a chain attack. So you definitely do need to keep that in mind at least. But it's a fun, nice little thing that does more damage than I ever expected it to, so there you go. Oh, that's how I killed the boss. But anyway, that's it for this bonus episode of Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I will see you guys later for Torna the Golden Country, the last of the DLC. Have a good one!